Okay, we are live on Facebook. Just waiting to go live on YouTube as well. Okay, we are live on YouTube and Facebook. Awesome. Well, let's get right into it. So today is day 5 of the medicinal mushroom guide, and I'm super excited that I get to speak and share a little bit about shiitake mushroom today, because shiitake is the third most therapeutic mushroom according to the research. After reishi, which is number 1, and cordyceps, which are number 2. But shiitake are special because they're tasty as well. So if you are somebody that is trying to cut down on their meat or even remove meat from your diet, shiitake is one of those mushrooms that you want to have in your diet as a replacement for meat because they taste good, they have an umami flavor, they're high in protein, they've got all the essential amino acids, and full of B vitamins and D vitamins as well. And dependent on how they are harvested, sometimes the D levels can be higher or lower depending. But an amazing mushroom, really tasty. So let's jump right into it. I'm just going to share my screen here and we will jump right into the presentation. Okay, guys. Here we are. Just going to present this now. Hope you're having a lovely Friday, by the way. Enjoying the lovely lockdown. Maybe you're having home raves right now, home parties and stuff. So, guys, functional mushrooms for health, guide for natural healers, guys. There's the shiitake on the left there. They look different in different situations, and I suppose it depends on where they grow. As you can see here, they look a little bit different. I know in Ireland, when we go and we buy them in Tesco, they look more like this. Um, I probably should have removed this dancing mushroom because that's not what that means. I'll actually do that live here for you now. I'll show you. This is a pretty cool program, Canva. This is where I create these little presentations. So, shiitake mushroom. Shiitake. Taki is Japanese for mushroom, and shi is a type of tree that is they commonly find this mushroom growing from the dead logs. The Latin name, scientific name, is Lentinula edodes. I think that's how you pronounce it. Edodes is Latin for edible. So for many years, this has been a popular edible mushroom. More common names that you might hear is sawtooth, oak mushroom, black forest mushroom, black mushroom, golden oak mushroom, oakwood mushroom. Now, as you can see here, see this nice picture of sauteed shiitake. So tasty, this mushroom. Another tasty mushroom that I had today and I've been having the last couple of days is oyster mushrooms, which I won't be going into on this medicinal guide. However, they're so tasty, guys, and if you want to eat mushrooms that actually taste good, I would recommend oyster mushrooms and shiitake. So you can cook shiitake with both, well, you can cook both fresh and dried shiitake. You can just rehydrate the dried shiitake by putting them in water. Although the dried ones are slightly more popular because they're more easily attained and you can store them for longer. Dried shiitake have an umami flavor that's even more intense when they're fresh. Just to describe what umami flavor is, it's basically like a savory or meaty type of taste, often considered the fifth taste, alongside sweet, sour, bitter, and salty. And it's found in woods, obviously. The shiitake is an edible mushroom native to East Asia, which is cultivated and consumed in many Asian countries. Shiitake are fungi that grow naturally on decaying hardwoods, as you can see here on the left. There's loads of nutrients in shiitake mushroom. I won't go into all of them, and I haven't been going into every single nutrient in every mushroom because it would be here all night. But that's why I've referenced the article, so you can do your own research if you really want to be detailed about everything. But the main thing is it's full of phytonutrients, potassium, vitamin D, both D2, D4, and some D3. It's got all the essential amino acids. It's got all powerful sterols and polysaccharides, powerful polysaccharides for your gut flora, and linoleic acid. And guys, if you want to know more about these little nutrients and what they can do, just take notes. Man, when you're watching this, take notes and do the research, and you'll see what each is beneficial for. But these would be the main shiitake health benefits. Number one, it boosts energy. Shiitake mushrooms happen to have high levels of vitamin B2, vitamin B6, pantothenic acid, vitamin B3, and folate, all of which optimize many of the body's functions. And you'll find that across the board with medicinal mushrooms, to be fair. It boosts the immune system. Again, another common theme amongst these amazing mushrooms. A research paper by the University of Florida published in the Journal of American College of Nutrition suggests that shiitake mushrooms help boost the immune function. Growth and repair. Now, this mushroom stands out when it comes to growth and repair because of the fact that I was mentioning that it's a great meat replacement because it has all the essential amino acids, plus other sources that are great for growth and repair. So, shiitake mushrooms being the fourth most dense copper source available in our diet, we can certainly increase our growth and repair rates with a steady stream of this nutrient rich fungi. It lowers blood pressure. One of the unique enzymes found in shiitake mushrooms is called erythidinine. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but anyway, we'll move on, which can help prevent the constriction of blood vessels and thus lower blood pressure. So if you're suffering from high blood pressure, then shiitake might be one of the mushrooms for you. It's got anti-cancer potential. Research by the Kalinga Institute of Dental Sciences in India suggests that these mushrooms have potent antifungal and antibacterial properties that help overcome the antibiotic resistance without altering oral microflora. Now, that seems to be a dental um, reference, but I've linked some of the cancer articles and studies above, so just bear in mind. Now, a few precautions. So you can commonly find and pick this mushroom yourselves, and so sometimes that can have adverse effects because you don't know how how intoxicated it is with heavy metals and other toxins. So always sourcing it from companies that have good quality control or doing your own homework so you know how to harvest and check for the quality is something that you must keep in mind. With this particular mushroom, it contain well, all mushrooms actually contain a moderate amount of purines, a chemical compound that's broken down into uric acid. A diet rich in purines may raise uric acid levels in the body, which sometimes leads to gout. But if you experience the symptoms of gout, limiting your purine intake may be helpful. So, again, just encouraging moderation, basically. And I think our whole society needs to consider that to eat less. And one thing that shiitake mushrooms are great at, in particular, is they delay the absorption of nutrients over time, and they give us greater satiation so we don't need to eat as much. And so a lot of people will eat meat just because it gives them greater satiation. And when you eat meat, a lot of people opt in for the caveman diet, which I used to be a big fan of, right? But one reason is because you've cut out all the carbs and all of the fillers, and meat is that one thing that can give you that satiation while you eat all the fruits and the veg, right? But really, the benefits that you're getting are all from the fruits and the veg, all the raw foods. So rather than eating meat, which might not be the healthiest, you can use shiitake instead and other types of mushrooms. Again, another precaution: consumption of raw or undercooked shiitake mushrooms can sometimes give you symptoms that cause dermatitis, known as shiitake mushroom dermatitis, as a cuteness reaction. So cook them well. They're very similar to meat. It's funny. Mushrooms. Somebody asked me today, "Are you vegan?" or are you vegetarian? And I said to them, I am neither, because I can't say that I'm vegan, because if somebody, on the odd chance I go to a shop and somebody puts a dash of milk in my tea, I'm not going to turn around and throw it in their face. I'm going to drink the tea. You know, there's little instances like that. Don't be, I'm not really anal about it. And I also don't wear like animal friendly clothing and stuff like that. So I can't really say I'm a vegan. Um, but I can't say I'm a vegetarian either, because mushrooms are not vegetables. They're closer to meat and closer to animals than they are to plants. So it's very interesting. So I call it the plant and fungi based diet, or plants, fruits, and fungi based diet. Some, by the way, have experienced something called eosin. I'm going to try and pronounce this eosinophilia, or gastrointestinal symptoms after ingesting of shiitake mushrooms. And it's case dependent, so sourcing quality is important. This is, again, just comes back to sourcing quality. It's like, I suppose, how some people will eat chicken, and if it's not cooked well, or if something's not quality controlled, anybody can experience some sort of nauseating effects. So just cook it well, make sure you get it from a safe place, and follow these instructions always if you're going to be buying it online. By the way, guys, do not ever buy consumables that you ingest, like mushrooms, on Amazon. I know people that have done this and they have fallen sick. And the reason is that Amazon, and they have admitted this, they don't test the products, they don't do quality control. Therefore, anybody can go onto Amazon, bring a product, claim that it's XYZ, and people are ordering this because they're trying to save money, because they'd rather not pay the money for the quality, and they end up getting sick. I know one lady that tried to source reishi coffee from Amazon and ended up having to pay $70,000 in medical damages, 50,000 or $70,000, something crazy. And that's all because she decided to go to Amazon. So don't, if you're gonna buy anything on Amazon, buy technology, buy all those little gadgets and stuff like that, but don't buy mushrooms or any other consumables. So if you are gonna buy mushrooms online, and specifically shiitake in this instance, wild grown and sustainably cultivated is best. Um, if grown in sterile environments, even might be even better in some cases, because most of our lands are intoxicated with heavy metals and radiation. 100% organic, you always want to have that USDA certified, etc. You want it to be tested from to be free from heavy metals and radiation. That's very important. And always beware of any companies that make outrageous claims, statements like a magic pill, cancer cure, and reverse aging, that are simply not true. um, but just focus on the quality control. Focus on how the company has cultivated it. And I'm just going to see, I'm going to pop over to Facebook and see if there's any questions. Um, Kylie Valero says, hi. Hi, Kylie. Any questions? If you got, guys, if you got any questions with regards to shiitake or any other types of mushrooms that I've been presenting, please do comment below. Let me know, what do you want to know? And if you're watching this as a live, comment hashtag loving the live. And if you're watching this as a replay, just comment hashtag loving the mushrooms. Yeah, loving the mushrooms. Or let us know where you're watching from. This lovely lockdown has us all on the internet, connecting with each other, which is great. And I personally have decided to just go hell for leather with this medicinal mushroom guide, because it's a slight obsession of mine. I do love mushrooms, so um, once this lockdown is done, I'd like to start giving little presentations around Ireland and potentially further on the healing benefits and potentials of these mushrooms. But guys, that was shiitake. Shiitake, very tasty mushroom, third in the hierarchy of therapeutic mushrooms in terms of what it can do. I'm excited that tomorrow I get to jump into cordyceps mushrooms. So tune in tomorrow. I'll be diving deep into cordyceps. And finally, on Sunday, I'll be diving into my favorite mushroom, reishi mushroom. Looking forward to that. So if this video benefits you, or maybe you know someone that has health conditions that might need to hear what was shared in this, share the video, like the video. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Again, let me know where you are in the world, and see you soon. Bye, guys. Have a lovely Friday.